Good morning, good morning. It's your girl. Yes, and we got a really good show today. Today we're gonna have some fun. Today is Thursday, and yeah, man, we're just gonna talk about what the real streets is talking about. Hold on. The streets is talking. The streets is talking. The streets is talking. OMG, the streets is talking. I promise you, it's crazy. You know, Trump be doing his thing. We ain't gonna talk about him today. I'm so tired of talking about him. And almost every post I got, he's saying some wild things. But tomorrow I got something special for you about that. Anywho, the biggest thing is this world is crazy right now. Everything is heightened. You got to remember, people, when you're outside, more than likely somebody's seen you and videotaped you. So you got to act accordingly. You just really don't know who's out there, who's videoing you, nothing, or recording you, or nothing. You don't. And just so you know, when you're in public, freedom of speech, freedom of all of that. So there is no rights, except somebody trying to put their hands on you. That's a whole different story. Now, the thing that's crazy right now, and when I heard about the story, I was just like, what? Another domestic abuse thing, right? But then going further into this story, I realized there's two parts to it for real. So let's just start here. A gentleman by the name of Deshaun Flood, only 37 years old, from Detroit. And he's married. And somehow he finds out, he has 4 kids with his wife. Somehow he finds out that not 1, not 2, but 3 of his 4 kids are not his. He like what you mean? 3 of the 4 kids are not his. Now, what makes it even worse is that the other 3 kids are his one of his family members. They didn't say though if it was his brother, his cousin, his father, his grandfather, his uncle. Can you imagine? Yo, that's crazy. It'll definitely make you want to crash out. For real. However, it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. But he was so furious that he went to his wife's job with a gun. Came looking for her. She ran and got into a co-worker's car. Imagine that. I'll be like, yo, you gotta go somewhere else. I understand you want to help somebody, but not in my car. Girl, you better get on out of here. He came to the car. He wouldn't even let her open it. He wouldn't even let her close the door. He caught her mid trying to close the door. Back. He's shooting into the car. So her and the co-worker escaped through the driver's side. It was crazy. So she running, and the co-worker ran the whole opposite way, which I would have did too now, because you ain't following me, man. You ain't following me. And so he caught her, and then he pistol whipped her. They finally, her place of business, she works at a living assistant place. They finally called the cops. After I would have seen him running out there after her with a gun. Hello? So he got arrested. They got him on bond, $1 million bond. And everybody's like, oh, you should throw away the key, all of this. don't know how you guys feel about it. This is my take. What she did, if that's true, if the allegations are true about her having an affair on him, and then like with a relative, and having three children out of it, and still there with him, that's some dirty. That's dirty. That's disgusting. That's vile. That's everything. But on his end, I understand you upset. But just leave, man. Fellas, don't even get to that point where you gonna put the hammer down on somebody. To like, what is he gonna do to kill her? Because think about this. If he has 4 children, well, 3 not his, but 1 is, that's enough to live for. But he wasn't thinking in the moment because, a lot of times when you're in the moment, you just see red. That's why it's very important, people, to think out everything you're going to do. What I would have did, I would have left. He's a guy. You'll find somebody else's house to go to. I'm saying, right? But on all seriousness, it was disrespectful what she did. But at the same time, she didn't deserve to be abused. Now, the crazy thing about this whole thing is that the co-worker wasn't even hurt. And neither, she was hurt, but it wasn't life-threatening. That right there is a blessing from God right there. Big time. So, people, this is where you got to think before you do. I know it sounds horrendous, but I would have just left. And, you got to understand when people do you wrong, karma is huge. It's coming back around. She won't get hers. I'm just saying. Do not try to get anybody back, y'all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, for real. And he got like 6 counts of everything on him. Attempted murder, all of that. So it's going to be a lot. More than likely he won't get out of jail. And yeah, this is a sad thing for a family. I'm saying. Speaking of violence, this is the second anniversary of the Montgomery Brawl. Do you guys remember that? Well, the Montgomery Brawl is where it almost was like a black and white situation. But it was kind of funny more than it was violent. Because the people that were getting mashed with the chair, it was just funny. It was funny and crazy at the same time. The thing is, these people of privilege thought they could just, whatever, whoop up on somebody. It's like 10 guys on this one black guy who was security, and he was just doing his job. And so other black guys that were around seen it. Even one young man jumped off a boat where he was working and swam across this lake or whatever it is and came to help. It was that serious, because people are tired of the bullshit. Don't keep coming for us, is what I'm saying. So, yeah, this is the 2nd year anniversary. People probably say, why are you highlighting that? Because it was a day we said we ain't taking no more shit. We tired of you. So just remember that when you out here trying to disrespect somebody. Don't do it. Don't do it. In other news, BET is suspending the BET Awards. And you're like, why? They say they're revamping it, right? But in actuality, they're trying to sell BET. They want $1.6 to $1.7 million. Hopefully now, because remember, Tyler Perry was going to purchase it. And then they backed off from the deal like, no. Maybe now we would actually own BET and it would truly be black. I don't know. We'll see, though. Also, people, it's very important to keep your health up. Your health is extremely important. because you just never know. You know, you seem healthy. A lot of people seem healthy, but then there's something that's crazy. Like Tiana Taylor actually has to go emergency surgery to remove like a growth on her vocal cords. It's not non-cancerous, but still it's benign, but still she has to have it removed. So we're praying for her, Tiana. We know you're gonna be fine, girl. You know she look you see how in shape she is, right? But at the same time, still pay attention to what there's a lot of stuff that we consume that's really not good for us. I'm for real with that. It's a lot of stuff, so we got to pay attention to that type of thing because health is important. You know, we're not made to eat until we pop, y'all. Just as you get older, you should be eating less. You can eat whatever you want to, people, but I'm just saying, because your body can only handle a certain amount of things. I've been seeing people eating like crazy. One of my homeboys, I love him, but as I see him eating all this stuff, he's like, I'm in the hospital or I'm this, and I'm saying like, well put down them chicken wings. Put down that gravy with that all of that. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, we should definitely pay attention to our health. It's very important. Get outside, check out that sunshine, you guys. Get your steps in, drink your water, stay moisturized, and all of that, because you just never know. But anywho, I told you I was going to keep it light. That's what the streets is talking about. Time for the clap back and comebacks. Oh my goodness. Today we're talking about Trump, well, versus everybody, but in particular, Jasmine Crockett. So his famous thing to say to black people or people of color, because he said it to AOC also, is, oh, they have a very, very low IQ. What? That's his famous thing because he always uses it. Recently, he used it for Charlamagne the God. Low IQ. You like, what? Jasmine Crockett was like, he's a piece of shit. She's right. She's like, he's a piece of shit. He always uses that term of very low IQ only with people of color, when his whole cabinet is the lowest IQ I've ever seen. And he's coming for me. He continues to do stuff that's low IQ. And right now she's saying like, hey, Democrats, wake up. We got to be way more aggressive because the things they doing is crazy. But yeah, you know Jasmine's always going to come back. So Jasmine Crockett's comeback or clapback was low IQ. Have you not looked at your cabinet? She said these people have the ability to actually drop bombs, but they don't even know how to get like their technology right. Remember one of the ones that actually sent a classified text to a journalist, but you calling me and all of us low IQ? Nah, all of you guys are low IQ. She is heated. But you know, she says a whole lot more. She said that they're ridiculous. And the things that they come up with is ridiculous. And we still just take that. Man, come on. The best clapbacks always come from Jasmine Crockett. Yeah. She also called them a piece of shit. The clapback and the comeback is crazy. Alrighty. It's time to go. But I like to leave you with something like I always say, right? So this is the thing. Since the beginning of time, a person's hue of their skin was always like a topic for division, right? I'm quite over it. I really am. You know, I love everybody and I respect everybody from the door because I believe that respect is not earned at that point, it's given. Now, when you disrupt that respect, now you have to earn it. But from the door, we should respect everybody, and that's real. But we continue to do things based on the racism in this country, and all of these tactics will hurt because racism is expensive. Racism is very, very expensive. Just look what's going on right now. So I'm saying if you're not in the 1%, then we right here. We right here. And we have to find a way to get along so we can be, because it's really us against them. And there's a lot of things that need to change. If you see police brutality, I don't care who they are or what you think, should be recording. You should say, did you give them their rights? You should speak up, especially the people of privilege. You be sitting your ass there watching. I need you to start getting involved, especially when it's your people. Shut them down because a lot of them be wrong as two left shoes. We need to do better. It doesn't make sense because we all have friends of different ethnicities. We all do. But I would be less than if I said I wasn't going to stick up for somebody. I know we do. We need others to do the same. Anywho, I still need you to get up. Yeah, you. Get up, get out, and love thy neighbor.